Alright, so you have decided to build here in Jamaica and you are wondering, why do I need a quantity surveyor? In today's video, I'll explain to you why you need to engage with a quantity surveyor once you're going to build here in Jamaica. So building in Jamaica can be very exciting, and especially in today's day and age when property values are going up and so much different thing is happening here in Jamaica. Building in Jamaica may seem as a lucrative opportunity to acquire real estate and to own something on the rock. Whether it's a rental property or you're building your dream home, the quantity surveyor is one of the most important person you need on your team. A lot of people think that once you have your architect and your engineer and your contractor, you have all of the people necessary to construct a building. However, without quantity surveyors, you can end up in financial stress and headache over construction projects. I just want to give you 5 reasons why you need to engage a quantity surveyor while building here in Jamaica. But first, we must start. Who is a quantity surveyor? So, a quantity surveyor, in short, a QS, is like a financial manager for your construction project. So they ensure that you are getting value for money, that the project stays on budget, and that everything, material and labor, is accounted for. They also ensure that the contractor that you use remains accountable for the project. And in this day and age, a lot of people think that they are being overcharged on project, and it's one of the main drivers that are scaring people, especially people in the diaspora, from doing construction here in Jamaica. The quantity surveyor is somebody who will manage the financial aspects of the project and ensure that your contractor is held accountable for constructing your project. But with that said, you may still be wondering, why do I need a quantity surveyor? Number 1, accurate costing. So here in Jamaica, every year, every day practically, there are material increasing. Inflation has had a big impact on construction materials here in Jamaica, and the cost for things, goods, are moving rapidly. You wouldn't even understand. Not only going up, but they are also going down. Now, as it relates to labor also increases every 2 years here in Jamaica. So the quantity surveyor would be able to give you an estimate of cost that accurately reflects what labor and material prices are currently. So basically, the quantity surveyor is able to tell you what you are spending, what you are going to spend, and help you manage that as well. Number 2, the quantity surveyor helps you to prevent cost overruns. So what the quantity surveyor does is to help you to stay on track with your budget and ensure that you have accountability with your contractor to prevent any overruns, any overcharging, or anything like that. So the quantity surveyor is like a watchdog for your money and your construction project. Number 3, contract management. Like I said in the previous video, the quantity surveyor can recommend a contract that you can use between yourself and the contractor. There are a number of standard methods of contracts that are available that you can pretty much just go and buy a copy, fill it out, both of you and your contractor, and that will cover you in most cases. The quantity surveyor is equipped to recommend a suitable contract for your construction project. Not only are they able to recommend the contract for you, but they can also monitor and manage that contract for you. So throughout the life of the project, the quantity surveyor is able to ensure that your contractor remains accountable for your project and to provide the services that he listed out as part of the contract. Number 4, value for money. So the quantity surveyor can help you to achieve this goal by recommending areas in where you can cut your budget to still achieve the very best standard of construction. For example, let's say you want a particular tile, and that tile, let's say, costs $200 a square foot. The quantity surveyor can use that information to help you to stay in budget of your project. So the quantity surveyor can help you to save money without cutting corners. So for example, changing that tile to a $100 a square foot tile, the quantity surveyor can let you know what the impact of that change would be on your project and help you to make a choice when it comes to saving money. So This will allow you to be able to enter into a project with the aim of completing. Number 5, having a peace of mind. When you have the quantity surveyor on your project, you don't have to worry about what it's going to cost and if you have the required amount to pay for it. Also, you don't have to worry about getting in any dispute with your contractor. Reason being because the quantity surveyor would have already advised you to enter into a contract which protects you and the contractor. If there is an issue on site, the contract will speak to how it is dealt with. So if it needs to go to arbitration, court, whatever, the contract gives you an idea of how that is to be dealt with. Also, when you're building, it's very difficult to deal with workmen and costs. But if you have used a quantity surveyor who had recommend or had prepared a bill of quantities for you and recommended that you sign a contract, then there's a basis or there's an established cost that is agreed by both of you. Now the quantity surveyor is to ensure that this cost is what is used to build your building. Now, if you know that in advance, there's no need to worry about what it's going to cost and if I have the money to do it, because you'd have known what it's going to cost from in the beginning and would have the funding or secured how you're going to fund your construction budget. The quantity surveyor gives you a peace of mind to know that once your budget is established, there's a way to manage the project and get it done on time and within the required budget. Over the years, as being a quantity surveyor, I've seen a number of projects that have gone over budget because they haven't or didn't use a quantity surveyor. No, I'm not going to say that contractors are thieves or anything like that, but working with contractors also, they make mistakes and they assume that, for example, you get a claim for works done from a contractor and it's not correct, put it that way. So I've seen where, let's use this example. So there is a door that was supposed to be a new door, but the client made a change and chose to reuse an existing door in that location. Now, the QS would have listed in the bill of quantities that door is supposed to be new, but then the client issued an instruction, made a change and said, I don't want to use that door. I'm going to use another door. Now, this is a simple add and omit. So you should be adding the other door and omitting the door that was established in the bill of quantities. Now, this can be overlooked very easily when it comes to the final payment to the contractor. They can charge you for putting in the new door as well as charge you as a variation for putting in or relocating the actual door that was used. So the quantity surveyor goes over these documents throughout the life of the project and would ensure that the omission of the new door, of buying and installing a new door, that is taken out and it is now just installing an existing door. So you get me? So ensuring that the omission is out and the installing it's just ensuring that it's not supply and install and it's just install only. That's one example where things can go where just simple things like that can cause the contractor to make a mistake, and I've seen it time and time again. Recent project I was working on, there was a cost in there to remedy or to make good or to fix some ceilings, and the contractor wants to charge again for ceilings because he didn't realize that the ceilings was a part of his contract. Now, having a QS when the contractor submits that cost for ceilings, the QS will go back to the contractor and say, no, but you have ceilings in your contract already, so this cost is not a new cost, and will ensure. So that's how the QS kind of monitors the project throughout the life of the project to ensure that you are getting value for money. So if you're building in Jamaica, do not skip this step. Always consider hiring a quantity surveyor. It can be the difference between a smooth project and a financial disaster. Okay, you don't want to end up paying for your project twice when you could have just paid a quantity surveyor to just sit down, pull this project together, because basically that's what the QS does. The QS pulls the project together in terms of cost, time, and just ensuring that you have a complete project. The QS can also identify where gaps are in the project. For example, if you're building a building, while the QS is doing his bill of quantities, he can prepare a list of queries to send back to like the architect, engineer, whoever it is, because they do miss stuff on drawings as well. And the QS can identify that when they are preparing the bill of quantities and get answers to those to ensure that a item is included in the bill of quantities to cover where that gap is. So when your contractor prices the document, there is a complete picture. It's a complete picture of the entire project. And if there are any gaps that was missed, usually the QS would include sums for contingencies to cover these gaps. So having the QS on the project is very important, and you should always consider hiring a quantity surveyor when it comes on to construction projects. So if you enjoyed this video, thanks for watching. You know what to do: like, comment, share, and subscribe. And keep your ideas coming in the comment section, guys. Keep the topics coming. So if you want me to touch on a topic in this midweek series, write it down in the description and let me know. All right, until next time, guys, keep the dream alive. We're out.